Welcome to the Rustic Songbird Podcast. I'm your host, Lydia Walker, and you're listening to episode number 99. Today on the show, I'm going to be sharing some resources for independent musicians to find ways to do what you love and make music your career. You're going to learn how to discover opportunities in the music industry and go pro. Thank you so much for listening. I want to encourage you to check out rusticsongbird.com for all of our previous podcasts and to join our email list to get even more resources to help you take your music to the next level. I'm so excited that you're listening. Thanks for checking out the Rustic Songbird Podcast. Let's get started. All right, the first thing I want to encourage you to do when you are wanting to find opportunities in the music industry is to look and listen. I want you to think about who's done what you want to do, and then go ask them questions. Now, you may not be able to ask them personally, but think about who you look up to, or who are you inspired by? Who could you model after? And what is it that makes you feel connected to your favorite artist? How could you use that and make it your own? I want to encourage you to listen to interviews, audiobooks, podcasts, to learn the process and the mindset of those who have gone before. There are many interviews like that in the past episodes of this show. So if you scroll back, you can check out all the topics we've covered here about the music industry. You can follow the guests who have been on this show and see how they do things. Watch how they promote their latest single, what sites they use, and what their fan base is responding well to. Do some research and see what you can apply to your own strategy. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is to get into community. Join Facebook groups, email lists, online forums are still a thing, or community groups in your area or in your niche that will help encourage you and give you good feedback. Finding accountability with like-minded people who get what you're doing is a game changer and can make all the difference. I would love for you to join our email list on rusticsongbird.com and be a part of the Rustic Songbird community of songwriters and independent musicians. We're here to help you and encourage you along the way. The next thing I want to encourage you with is to be curious. Ask lots of questions. Don't be afraid to look dumb by asking simple questions. It is much better to ask those questions that you're wondering about so you'll get some context and perspective from others' experiences. And it might feel awkward to ask, but once you start intentionally asking those questions, it'll get easier and you'll find out some amazing things that you wouldn't have known about otherwise. So ask those questions. The next thing I want to encourage you to do is to put your name in the hat, the proverbial hat. Put your name in it. I want you to get uncomfortable and put yourself out there. Put your music out there. Make that submission. Send that email. Put your song in that contest. Audition for The Voice. Post that video on YouTube. Taking those actions is what's going to move your music career forward. And you'll never know if you don't try. So be brave, my friend. You can do this. Next, I want to encourage you to keep showing up. Do something every single day for your career. Be proactive in moving towards your dream. Stop waiting around for someone to accidentally hear your music once and make it big. That's just not the way the music business works. You have to put in some time and effort and find your place that you can uniquely shine. Now let me share one of my favorite resources right now. Here's a personal example of looking for opportunities and putting my music out there. A few months ago, I joined Taxi Music, and now I get daily emails with new opportunities to pitch my music for sync licensing, to be used in movies, TV, commercials, or to pitch to artists. This is an amazing way to see what music companies are looking for and for your music to go to the right person. If the song is what they want, it speaks for itself and you don't need a fan base or a social media presence for your songs to be heard and used in some big placements. This is a great way to make money with your music and even use the listings as a writing prompt to create something that fits the bill. At this point, I've pitched to multiple listings and I'm on the lookout for new opportunities that would be a good fit for my music. I'm also teaming up with a co-writer and a producer to make tracks specifically to pitch to commercials. I've had some of my music forwarded and I'm excited to keep pitching and to get some placements. If that's something you're interested in, I'd recommend checking out their service. You can go to taxi.com to see the current listings, and even if you don't sign up with them, you'll start seeing patterns in what the industry is looking for, which is really valuable information. So that's just one resource to check out the opportunities, to see what people are looking for, and to get some ideas for how your music would fit with the industry. So I want to invite you to check out links to other resources that I've got up on the website for setting up your own website, starting an email list, recording and distributing your music. There's also links to legal resources for copywriting your songs, joining a performing rights organization, getting paid as an artist. So check out the resource page for links to help you take that next step with your music. You can go to rusticsongbird.com/resources for that list of a lot of my favorite services that I've used, great places to get started, and companies that I have worked with or used and would recommend. So again, you can go to rusticsongbird.com/resources for the list of a lot of those opportunities to get started and to take your music to the next level. I want to encourage you to keep looking. Be curious, like I said. Look around, see what the opportunities are, and then go for it. You've got this, you can do this, and there are lots of opportunities coming in the future, so get ready. It's gonna be good. Thank you so much for listening today. I want to invite you to check out rusticsongbird.com. Make sure to get on our email list so you can get even more resources sent to you to help you take your music to the next level. Thank you so much for listening to the Rustic Songbird Podcast.